Bukas na?
World Tour champ. 10 country world tour.
Okay ka na, Jason?
It's in Viva Las Vegas.
Kuha ba ako ng pizza?
You saved the best for last, champ. You know that, Mark? The champ has fought in 10 countries. That's unheard of in boxing, in the history of boxing. I don't know if there's a guy that ever fought in 10 countries. I don't know if it's ever been done. I have never.
Oh, yeah?
10 countries, brother. 10 countries, and he won 5 world titles, 2 interim and 3 full world titles.
Right.
10 country.
10 countries.
Countries, baby.
The kill monster. Killing monster.
And all Casimero kept saying is, I want to go to Las Vegas. No. We got 4 more countries.
We got 4 more countries.
You'll get there, champ. We'll get you to Vegas. And he finally is getting to Las Vegas. That's what I said. He saved the best for right now.
So first, before we start, we would like to call on here, on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the 3-division world champion and the current WBO world bantamweight champion. A round of applause to Cuadrolas, John Riel Casimero. Thank you, champ. Have a seat. And of course, first we would like also to acknowledge the president of MP Promotions, international matchmaker, Mr. Sean Gibbons. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now let us call on our special guest for today. Ladies and gentlemen, from Japan, the current WBA and IBF world champion, 3-division world champion. A round of applause to the monster, Naoya Inoue. Yeah. Have a seat, please. Thank you so much for gracing this event, for Naoya, the monster Inoue.
We'll face off after the press conference, and nobody just wants to.
Yes, sir. Okay, so thank you so much, and to formally start this press conference, yeah, you may take a seat, champ. To formally start this press conference, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear it from the MP Promotions President, Sir Sean Gibbons.
Testing. Never used one of these before. First, I'd like to thank our ring announcer, Mark Lantoyo, for an amazing start to this press conference today. We're here basically to announce the fight between John Riel Casimero versus Inoue, better known as the Monster to most fans. This fight here brings together the 2 best bantamweights in the world. You have the WBO champion here to my right, and you have the WBA super champion, IBF champion, and Ring Magazine champion to my left, Mr. Inoue.
Yeah.
Just having him here in this presence, I'm a little scared sitting next to him. I'm glad he's on this side, and Casimero's on this side. So, basically, Casimero, it's been a long time coming. It's been about 8 years, and I'm happy to say me and Casimero are actually celebrating our anniversary. I first met John Riel Casimero February 10th, 2012 in Argentina. And he was a great guy, met him, seemed like a very quiet individual, nice person. 2 days later, I'm in a riot, I'm under a ring. He got me beat up in Argentina, but, it was quite an experience. So the champ is a quiet person outside the ring, but in the ring, if you want to meet the real monster, that's my friend here, John Riel Casimero. Let me read you a couple facts. This is to me, historic. I don't know if this has ever been done in the history of boxing, where you have a fighter that's fought in 10 countries. In those 10 countries, starting with, of course, the Philippines, traveled to Panama, went to Nicaragua, where he won his first WBO interim title, 108 pounds. He's fought in Mexico 3 times, South Africa, who I mentioned before, Argentina, where he won his IBF 108-pound belt. Then he went to Thailand, over to China. Why, it was still good to travel there, nothing wrong with that. And won his IBF 112-pound world title. Then he finally made it to the United States to fight, where he won the WBO interim title at 118 pounds. And coming out of that fight, basically secured him the fight with Zolana Tete, who most people going in, Casimero traveling to England, again being the underdog in the fight, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, pretty much had the contract signed for Zolana Tete to fight the monster. But they forgot to check with my friend over here, he had other plans. So, you know, he's traveled, as I said, extensively, you know, fighting all over the world, all these countries, and it's been an accumulation pretty much of, you know, he turned pro in 2007, but really since 2012, working and has had so many highs and lows in boxing. You know, to be on the big stage, to win the big fight, and then nothing really happened. Then not to get that recognition or appreciation from the, you know, from a lot of fans. And in the Philippines, he's pretty well known. When I go places, a lot of people stop him and ask for pictures. But on April 25th, I think everybody here in the Philippines will absolutely know who John Riel Casimero is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, and you know, basically, when we went to all these countries and cities and towns we fought in, Casimero would always say to me, you know, it sure would be great. You know, I'd love to fight in Las Vegas. I got into boxing for my idol, Senator Manny Pacquiao. I watched him as a young boy fight, and Las Vegas has always been like the capital of boxing. That's where it all, you know, all the big fights happen, and that's where the senator had some of his best moments. So really, this is finally, after all his travels, a dream to finally fight in Las Vegas. And on April 25th, he's going to go monster hunting. It's not Ghostbusters, monster hunting. And just want to say, you know, I'm so proud, first, to represent Philippines boxing. I'm very, very proud, like a father in a way, my son over here. Just what he's accomplished, I'm kind of giddy. You know, to show people again that there's other guys other than Senator Manny Pacquiao. There is other Filipinos that really can fight on the highest level. And on April 25th in Las Vegas, that's what we're going to see. So I'd like to take this moment to introduce my friend from Ormoc City, the Philippines, Mr. John Riel Casimero, the WBO 118-pound champion of the world, and soon to be WBA, and soon to be IBF champion. So, John Riel Casimero, thank you all.
Thank you, Sir Sean Gibbons. And now let us hear it from the champ himself. Ladies and gentlemen, champ John Riel Casimero.
Hello, good afternoon po. Maraming salamat sa pumunta at saka sa lahat ng mga press na nandito ngayon. So ngayon, ready na po ako ngayon sa mga tanong niyo at this is it.
All right, so thank you so much.
The champ, as you can see, is a man of many words. He, me and him have many hours of conversations, but he doesn't speak a lot, but you should stop by the room. He does a mean karaoke. The guy can rumble the karaoke. So, now again, like he just, to reiterate what the champ said, he's overly excited with joy. He can't hold back. He just, you know, he sees a Inoue with a belt that he likes. Yeah. Well, you know, Inoue, I was speaking with Inoue outside, and Inoue is a man of very few words today. But he did say that he respects John Riel Casimero, He understands that John Riel is a 3-time world champion like himself, and he's not taking John Riel lightly. And after he battled another Filipino, Nonito Donaire, Inoue told me he has all the respect for all the Filipinos, right? Yeah, that's what he said. Hi. So, got all the respect in the world. He understands what Filipinos are all about after he fought Donaire. So, I told him that I have all the respect for him in the world because, fighting a guy like Nonito Donaire last, and then choosing to jump right back into a young lion like John Riel Casimero. Nonito Donaire was a great fighter at one time. It's a Hall of Fame fighter, but he was 37 years old. John Riel Casimero is in his prime at 30 years old. Inoue's in his prime. So to have fights like this happen with two guys in their prime, it doesn't happen that very often. So again, thank you, Mr. Inoue. All the respect in the world to you, and we'll look to see you on April 25th. Arigato. Thank you.
All right, once again, thank you so much. And now I think we will now be opening our microphone for questions from our friends from the media. Yes, Sir Nick Yonko.
Question for Sean and Janet. First, Sean, so what was the plan for John? Is he going to train in Las Vegas or is he going to train here?
Oh, what's that? Stop touching me. Okay, so he's anxious over here, man. The guy's anxious. I think he wants to get to the 25th. That's another very good question. So it's kind of set up for John Riel also. He will be leaving Thursday, going to Miami, Florida.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, yes, correct. I've been in the Philippines, I'm not sure what time zone I'm on today. But no, it's great. He'll be leaving tomorrow, and he'll go to Miami. Miami right now, the weather is tremendous. It's very similar here in the Philippines. And he'll be down there training with Angel Memo Herrera, doing a little strength and conditioning for the first month. He'll be doing a little boxing, but when he comes to Las Vegas around the first week of March, then he'll be joined by Naoya and Coach Shug, the same people that prepared him for his big victory over Solanatete. Now in Miami, he'll be working with a couple other Filipinos that are handled by Sandman Boxing, Raymar Cavallios, their training, Magic Mike, Plana is their training. And the first few weeks isn't as much about the boxing as it is the conditioning. And I'm a really big believer in Angel Memo Herrera. You've all seen Memo's work. You've seen his work against us, which I don't need to talk about. And then you've seen his work with us. And his preparation that Casimero and Memo had for the fight in England was just perfect. They were so in sync together. So I'm very happy with the whole team, how everything worked. And I think Miami will be a nice change too. It's perfect for John Riel because Las Vegas is still a little cold, and there's a lot of distractions there. Miami, under these circumstances, living in the house with Memo, training with Francis Barthelemew's guys. I think it'll be a great start before he comes to Las Vegas.
Yung laban niyo ni Tete, parang ang laki ng pagkakaiba sa mga nauna mong laban. Ano ba nung ginawa mo nung laban mo na yan? Parang mas madali mo siyang tinalo kaysa yung mga naunang kalaban mo.
Yung mga training kasi namin, so puro work hard training at saka hinahanap pa talaga namin siya ng paraan kung paano namin siya matamaan at saka yun, nakuha namin yung mga style namin at saka style niya, kaya tumpak yung training namin kaya napabagsak ko siya agad.
Sabi mo hindi ka takot sa lahat ng kalaban mo, no? Kaya sa isang interview, kahit dito pa kay Inoue, hindi ka rin natatakot.
Hindi ako natatakot kahit sino. Kahit sa aking timbang ngayon, parang ako yata yung, hindi ko lang masasabi na parang ako yata yung pinakamalakas sa timbang ngayon sa 118. Kaya ito, tatapusin ko muna ito si Inoue, tapos yung WBC ko. Yeah. Yo, what's up?
Chef is here.
John Riel, exciting, your fight coming up. I mean, parang nakifeel ko na sobrang confident ka and excited at the same time. Ano yung natutunan mo about Inoue sa fight ni Nonito? And ano yung mga dapat na nagawa niya na gusto mo sana gawin para sa kanya?
Marami po akong nakikita na kailangan ko ma-approve talaga na ganun yung gagawin ko kasi nung last laban nila ni Junior at saka ni Inoue, kulang talaga si Junior sa post talaga yung parang tapusin talaga. Kaya parang paghahawakan siya ayaw yun. Pagpapahawak na siya dapat tuloy-tuloy na yun. Kaya yun.
Sean, it's a huge fight, you know, and for John Riel, and can you tell us some of the plans leading up to the Vegas event? Like, will Inoue, when will Inoue be there? Then are they meeting anytime before, or no? It's just on fight week.
Well, first, you're absolutely right. This fight, there's no fight really bigger from 130 on down in the first 6 months of boxing right now. This is a mega fight. And we haven't really got a kind of schedule for Top Rank, but I believe we won't see Inoue till, both guys will be in Las Vegas, fight week and all those functions. John Riel will be in Las Vegas training for about a month. So, again, Top Rank, they're kind of focused on their Feb 22nd heavyweight championship of the world right now, so they're a little preoccupied. So once they give us a little more details, of course, we'll pass on to all the media here. But I mean, like I said, the magnitude of this fight, you don't get guys in their prime fighting each other, and that's what makes it so exciting. And they have number 1 and 2 in the world and all the belts and all that. So, again, as a person that has been in boxing, if I get excited, it's got to be good. It takes a lot to get me going.
Okay, finally, kasi we want to post this on Twitter. So can you say something to Inoue in English, maybe kung kaya? Can you say something? Yeah. Wait, make sure we're recording. Pag-isipan mo muna gusto mo. And then, Sean, I'll have you say something also.
Ano ba sabihin ko?
Okay, message mo na sir niya, like,
Anyway, so
wait, Tagalog na lang sige siguro, then we'll have Sean.
hindi kasi ito nagsasalita
Hindi, kahit konti lang. Sige.
Good luck na lang, then work hard training. Yun lang. Kailangan niya mag-ensayo para magandang laban.
He needs to practice, so it will be a good fight. Okay, that's his message for And Sean?
Well, first of all, again, I'd like to thank Mr. Inoue for taking the time to travel all the way here today from Japan. And I have a lot of respect for him because, we were talking outside, and I told him, coming off that hard fight you had with Onito Donaire, to jump back in with I had to tell him the real monster. He didn't want to hear it, but it's the truth. So, I have a lot of respect for him because what he doesn't realize what he's getting into is, if you watch Riel Casimero on different stuff, you haven't seen the best of him. So all I can tell you, champ, is please bring these belts because Casimero is on this one. And April 25th, you look great now, you look wonderful, you dress nice, but unfortunately, you picked the wrong Filipino. Onito Donaire was 37 and a grandpa. My man right here, Riel Casimero, is in his prime, and he's coming to get them straps, baby. Hold on to right now, they're coming over here. Thank you, champ. Viva Filipino!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Dian Castillo. Yes, ma'am.
Sa ngayon, yung itong kay Inoue, pag magtapos na to, tapos next fight, kukunin ko yung WBC kay Ubali. Tapos yun, pag makuha ko na yung 4 na belt, tapos kung ano yung plan nila, kung magdidipinsa o akit ng timbang. Kaya yung kung ano lang yung maano sa kanila, kung ano talaga yung magandang laban. Hinihintay ko lang yung nila, promoter ko.
Bukod sa kay Inoue, meron ko pa bang ibang world champion na tinatarget?
Yung target ko lang yung makuha ko lang yung 4 na bet na mapunta talaga sa akin.
Sa junior featherweights, meron bang
hindi, wala pa akong plan na umakyat eh, kaya hindi pa lang muna ako sa bantamweight 180.
For Mr. Shan, when do you plan to have John to move up in weight categories? Or how long will you stay in bantamweight?
Well, there's it's kind of a two-part question. After he knocks out Inoue, we're happy to give you a rematch in Japan, anywhere you want. That's one country he hasn't got to yet, so that'll be his 11th country. So to answer your question, when he beats Inoue, we're going to look at, of course, a rematch. You know, Inoue's giving us the opportunity first to fight. So if he wants a rematch, great. If not, like John Riel said, it hasn't been done in a long, long time. I can't even remember the last time a unified title was done at bantamweight. All the belts plus the Ring Magazine belt. It'd be a monster fight. Sorry, no pun intended, Jim. Okay. And then after that, I think Casimero has, with the right fights and the right style, he could go one more division. He's very thick, strong. He's shown good power. He's kept his power from 108 to 112 to 115 to now 118. So after we unify or put all the belts together at 118, then we'll see what he feels like doing if he wants to take a shot at 122.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions before we sum it up? Okay, so I think we're all good. Then let us now have the.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have fighters pose.
Okay.
So it's Mr. Casimero, of course, will be on the road. Where's my friend? He's going to be on the road, and he has a special date coming up. So we'd like to. We have a chance here. My man comes up. We're going to celebrate his birthday today. His birthday is going to be February 13th, and he'll be in training camp. So he won't be enjoying any cake after today. So this is his last opportunity. So we can have. You guys sing a nice, in the Filipino version, and the close the American version way of Happy Birthday for the champ.
All right, so let us all sing Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Champ John Riel. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Champ John Riel. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, Champ. Make a wish.
Champ, last time you see sweets right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, John Riel Casimero versus Naoya.
Excited na ako sa darating na laban namin ngayong April 25. See you, Inoue. You are a monster, but me, I'm a real monster.
The real monster!
That's what I was wanting him to say earlier.
Right.
But he just said,
Well, you can use it. Diane, the name of it is Monster Hunting.
oh, it's monster hunting.
We're going on a monster hunt.
So nakita mo naman kung gaano ka monster nga itong si Inoue sa laban niya against United. So pero pa ako, hindi this fight na hindi ko ay kaya ko siyang
Sir, kasi pareho lang kami, tangka namin, pareho lang kami kalaki. Kaya magandang laban talaga to sa darating na laban namin. Hindi pa ako magsabi kung yung mapapakita ko sa laban kasi papaghandaan pa namin yung darating na laban yun.
Okay, so yung pagpunta mo sa Miami ay feeling mo yun ang pinakamagandang preparation mo. You're gonna be training under Memo na naghanda sa iyo para sa laban kay Tete, tama ba?
Paghahandaan pa talaga namin at saka work hard training pa talaga kaya kasi hindi din to mahina yung kalaban natin kaya malakas din kaya kailangan natin mag-work hard talaga kaya focus na sa training pagdating doon.
Okay, ano yung suntok na talagang gusto mo or ano ba yung talagang kailangan mong gawin sa kanya? Yung sinabi mo kanina sa laban ni Inoue na sana ginawa niya.
Yung ano, di ba, muntik na to siya nabagsak tapos hindi ni Donner tinapos eh. Parang pinaghandaan na lang yan. Dapat, yung pag muntik na siya nabagsak, dapat tuloy-tuloy na yun. Hindi na niya kailangan paano pa, kaya dapat tapusin.
Yeah. So they fought in Japan, Inoue and Inoue fought in Japan. So kayo sa Las Vegas, feeling nyo even kayo sa Las Vegas?
Yeah, magandang laban dito kasi nandun sa Las Vegas at sa hindi yun ang mga referee, hindi pareho kami, hindi taga doon kaya ano lang.
So, what did you call yourself? Beast Casimero?
Huh?
Ano yung tawag mo sa
The real monster.
The Real Monster. Ikaw yung Real Monster. So ready to unleash ka sa April 25. Is Manny gonna watch, you think? Kaya si Senator Manny?
Senator Manny, maraming pong salamat sa tulong na binigay mo at sa sumusuporta ka talaga sa lahat ng athlete dito sa Pilipinas. Maraming salamat talaga.
Okay. Good luck, Chandra.
Thank you. Yeah.